Hello there, it's Herb of the Week time. So we are doing Triphala root powder. Triphala. And this is how she looks. Actually, I should say this is how they look, because it's actually 3 herbs in one. This is what we call a polyherb. Triphala means 3 fruits. Yes, 3 fruits. It comes from the Ayurvedic medicine, herbal medicine world, the Indian medicine world. Very, 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 very amazing blend. So let's talk about it, okay? Triphala. The Latin name was the 3 names, and I'm about to butcher all of these, so I apologize to any and everybody. Emblica, officinalis, Terminalia, bellirica, or bellirica, I have no idea, and Terminalia, chebula. I don't know what I'm just saying, I don't know. All right, Triphala is not an herb. Sorry, I'm reading from my book, The Modern Herbal Dispensary. Triphala is not an herb, but a blend of 3 fruits used in Ayurvedic medicine as a gentle laxative, bowel tonic, and blood purifier. Woo, nice. The first fruit in this blend is haritaki. I'm gonna say haritaki. I know I'm messing this up. I'm sure I'm messing this up. Well, the first one is Terminalia chebula. It has a balanced energy containing 5 flavors: bitter, sour, astringent, salty, and sweet. It is a mild laxative that also tones the intestinal membranes. It lubricates tissues and relaxes muscle spasms. Nice. The second fruit in this blend is bibitaki, or Terminalia bellirica, an antispasmodic, meaning it stops spasms, that is pungent and warming. It is an expectorant and decongestant and is used to treat asthma, bronchial problems, and allergies. And I'm going to talk about that because Triphala is technically like a gut herb, but it works wonders for the respiratory system. So we're going to do a little conversation about that. The third and final fruit in Triphala is Amalaki. Anyway, or Indian gooseberry. Emblica officinalis, which also has a balanced energy containing 5 flavors: sour, astringent, sweet, pungent, and bitter. It contains a small amount of anthraquinones, but it is also astringent, so it has both a laxative action and a bowel toning action. This means it corrects both constipation and diarrhea. It is a cooling remedy and is also used to treat ulcers, intestinal inflammation, burning sensations, skin eruptions, and skin infections. I'm telling you. Okay, what else does it say? In various formulas, these 3 fruits may be referred to as the belliric myrobalan fruit. I'm not even going to say all this because I'm going to butcher it. But anyway, Triphala is quite possibly the best formula for normalizing gastrointestinal function. Besides normalizing colon function, Triphala improves liver function, protects the liver against environmental toxins, and improves digestion. It is an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, so it slows aging and protects the body from degenerative disease. It enhances circulation, lowers blood pressure, and protects the heart. It helps expel mucus from the respiratory passages and fight infection. In Ayurvedic medicine, Triphala is used for constipation, indigestion, flatulence, poor appetite, digestive headaches, sinus congestion, joint pain, and general toxicity. Y'all, Triphala is the no known warnings. It's energetic, so it's slightly cooling and slightly drying. Its properties are it's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, decongestant, expectorant, and hepoprotective. You can take it as a capsule or powder, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams, 1 to 2 times daily with food. Well, god dang. I mean, this thing, Triphala is no joke. Sorry, it's cold up in here. I'm gonna put my little jacket on. Seriously, Triphala is the shiznit. I mean, so let me tell you why I get so excited about it. Because a lot of folks, when they are constipated, they tend to go to like Cascara Sagrada, Senna Leaf, that smooth move tea and all that stuff. And not that they're bad, but those laxatives are very stimulating in nature. And they actually stimulate the muscle in the intestines to get the bowel movement. So The reason that is not something that you want to take on a regular basis is it can create laziness in the gut. Because if you've got something constantly like doing your muscles like that to push the boo-boo out, then you aren't doing any work. Your body starts to get lazy because it starts to depend on that function, that herb, to stimulate it. So instead, you want to use something a little bit more gentle if you're going to use it for everyday use. Triphala would be fine for everyday use, but you could also use Mago 7, which basically brings water into the bowel, and that actually helps you, you know, it forces the water, you know, kind of forces it to push out. It kind of looks like diarrhea, but nonetheless, it doesn't create that lazy, you know, bowel movement issue. So that's one of the main reasons. So I actually like Triphala for constipation. That's my preferred method. The other reason why I love Triphala is how it works in the small intestines. So the small intestines are so important because that's where a lot of the absorption of the minerals and all that stuff happens. And so if there's like issues with allergies and things like that, it's typically because there's some type of imbalance or dysfunction happening in the small intestines. And so Triphala does wonders in kind of helping to remove excess mucus that might be in the small intestines that could be blocking absorption. It works to seal the epithelial lining. Yes, I do remember that from physiology of the small intestines. And the other reason why I like it is it helps with the respiratory health, your bronchial process, your breathing and your sinuses. Why? How does it do that? Or why do those two things even go together? Well, majority of your immune cells live in your gut. So your respiratory immune cells live in your small intestines. So when you heal your small intestines, you can heal your breathing. You know, you can breathe better. So a lot of times you'll notice that if someone who has like asthma or some type of chronic breathing issue tends to also have issues with digestion too, or they might have major food allergies. All of those are signs of poor gut health. So Triphala is wonderful for healing the gut, y'all. And when I say gut, that's stomach, that's intestines, okay? It's livers, all that good stuff. But primarily it's the intestines that we're talking about right now. So anywho, let me just tell you a little bit more about it. This particular herb, or polyherb, sorry, works for young folks and to the elderly, no matter what your constitution. If you're like dry, if you're hot, if you're cold, it works well for like majority of people. It helps to promote proper digestion and absorption of food, as we talked about, but it also helps to reduce serum levels of your cholesterol levels. Not only does it help reduce total cholesterol, but it actually targets the low density lipoprotein, LDL, which is the dangerous protein. And also it targets the VLDL, the very low density lipoprotein, those small fat pockets that get caught up in the arteries. That's the ones you want to focus on. And so this particular herb or herbs have been proven to help lower those for you. It also helps with relaxing bile ducts, with help with weight management, maintaining homeostasis of the endocrine system, your hormones, and helps to increase your red blood cell levels and hemoglobin, which is wonderful for us people that are anemic. In the intestines, as I mentioned, it helps reduce constipation, reduce mucus, abdominal pain, hyper acidity, which is great for people that are dealing with like IBS. Yes, IBS. And flatulence. And while it does that, it improves the frequency of your bowel movements, what it yields, and the consistency of the stool. It's known to help reduce stress-induced disorders such as anxiety, and also stress brought on by colds and sicknesses. Showed weight loss potential in animals. I don't know that there's been any human studies, but they showed that with animals over 10 weeks, body fat and body weight decreased, and also blood sugar and insulin levels reduced, because it inhibits starch digestion and absorption, which is, you know, we love them starches. So anyway, and it's also high in antioxidants, which is wonderful for your eye health. So it's really good for people that are dealing with cataracts and things like that. So Triphala This your herb of the week, y'all. Take care.